take us a little deeper into, obviously, you get a lot of love, you get a lot of respect. Your style was different. You even have a song called New Style.
Oh yeah.
And
That was
to me, one of the things that really pushed me or Steelo Magazine to work with you is your attitude to give back, your optimism. You know what I mean? And personally, I think that's what separates you from many other artists who doesn't do what you do. But in your eyes, what do you think it is that separates you from anybody else in the underground community?
I mean, I think like when I really stop and I get the bird's eye view, like when I was in prison, it took me back. So I had to really look at, what am I doing? Because I was doing the pre-sale tickets. I was doing this, I was doing that. I had to really look like, what makes me special and all that other shit, you know what I mean? Why would somebody want to sign me or whatever, And I think, honestly, like, everybody has an ego. They got a certain degree of ego, however big it is. And for me, the shit never grows. I never let it grow, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, that shit don't matter, you know what I mean? Like, you can have all the fucking views in the world, and somebody could shoot up your car, you know what I mean? Like, you get fucking beat up. Like, it's, you know what I mean? This is the real world. Like, you could lose your home, you could lose family members. Like, this is the real world. So, like, it doesn't put you above anybody because you rap or whatever. So, like, I never really let that shit get to me, you know what I mean? I appreciate it, though, with all my heart. Like, to be, 4 or 5 states away and have somebody come up and go to my merch table and have me sign some shit and take a picture with them and things like that. Like, that means the world to me, you know what I'm saying? And I know that makes my son proud. So that's dope. But I don't walk out of that room thinking I'm the greatest human being on earth. You know what I'm saying? Because it doesn't matter,
And being that humble, I noticed that it's what's gotten you certain negativity from people outside of your inner circle. How do you deal with that?
Well, the thing is, the guys that have the super huge egos, they gotta compensate because they're fucking whack. And they got no hustle. So they gotta like, okay, well, I'm gonna act like an asshole, like I'm more important than I am, and I'm doper than I am, so people take me serious. And it's kind of like, if you were to look at it like boxing, and if you've ever seen the movie Warrior, I would say I would be more like the brother that goes in, knocks the motherfucker out, and then walks out the cage. Don't want to take pictures, don't want to do none of that shit. I'm just here to work, you know what I'm saying? As opposed to, I need the song when I come out and a fucking posse of people, like, that's the difference. So, for them, I mean, they could eat a dick, you know what I mean? I really don't give a fuck about that. And for some of them, they kind of see it as, you can see it as a lack of class or however you want to see it, like, because I don't carry myself like you, but you're going to get a reality check one day, you know what I'm saying? It's going to humble you down, and then you're going to realize that, you know what? I ain't that fucking important. You know what I'm saying?
With all that being said, outside of the work, the negativity you get and the positive feedback that you do get, how do you use that in your personal life? Take us on a day behind Pawz One's life.
I mean, as a person, I would say I'm more prone to anger than like if I get irritated or something like that. I see some shit on Facebook or whatever, some bullshit. Like, I learned to use that and pretty much be like an alchemist and turn that shit into motivation to do my thing over here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I try to turn that into gold and you know what I mean? Take the negative shit. When it's positive, it's always good. You know what I'm saying? When it's negative, and I'm learning more and more not to feed into the negative, because I was a bully. I was beating up on a lot of rappers and people, that didn't deserve the attention, and the homies pointed that out. But I just got Incredible Hulk on some motherfuckers and put out some records and diss people and in public and on stage, and I never retracted nothing I said. I stood by everything I said. So now I'm learning to not even put that negative energy out there at all, and just kind of focus on doing my own thing and putting that energy into the album and hustle and setting up the tours and things like that. It's funny, I was talking to my DJ. We'll be talking for 5-6 hours sometimes, not getting no fucking work done. But it's cool because, we're picking each other's brains and tells me like, yo, I don't have a personal life. Like, this is my fucking life. Like, I don't go bowling. I don't watch movies. I don't have a girlfriend. I don't do this. I don't do that. Like, pretty much, he's so consumed by the music that this is his life, literally. And people say that in a corny, cheesy way, but literally, this is my life. Other than eating, shitting, and sleeping, this is what I do in between. And shit, I'm the same way. Like, it's fucking awkward sometimes when, like, I go a day where I'm not recording something, promoting something, doing a show or something like that, and I get to, like, go to the movie theater, you know, go have a fucking beer or whatever. Like, that shit is so rare, but that's why I cherish that shit a lot, you know what I mean? Spending time with my son, doing some shit that has nothing to do with hip-hop. And, you know, but being independent, like, shit, I'm on call. So if somebody would have called me tonight at 3 in the morning, like, yo, check it out, I need you on a plane tomorrow to rock this show in Phoenix, I'm packing up. I will see you later. You know what I'm saying?
That intensity, dude, from your personal to your business life, what kind of intensity? You know, we discussed new style, we discussed fuck me now. The same intensity that you carry, your personal persona, your work persona, you know, and you're about to come out with a new LP, Face the Facts. What kind of intensity can we expect? Expect in that album?
From that, I definitely, instead of doing like using the boxing analogy, instead of just punching people in the face and trying to beat them to the ground, on this one I think I'm doing more footwork, you know, more Muhammad Ali, more footwork, getting outside the box of doing the typical battle raps, recording the same format, writing the same bar structure and things like that, even the beat selection. So it's like completely, it's out of my element, out of my comfort zone, but it's right in my lane where people, it's not gonna throw my fans off, it's not gonna throw any new people off, like, yo, what the fuck is this? The producers on it did a great job, you know, Breeze and Default, produced it from scratch, from the samples, to sit in here with me and kind of like directing each movie, each scene, you know, it was kind of like they wanted to bring the best out of me. You know, they would say, yo, you're good, but we want to make you great, and in order to get there, we got to start on this album. So I would go in there in the booth and drop a song 8-9 times until I got the shit right. So you could hear it. You could hear it. People that were on the label I was on, and people that have been around for a long time, they could hear the difference. Razzcast, you know, different people can hear now that I'm changing, I'm growing, I'm evolving. Instead of sticking to that, the formula worked, you know, battle rap and metaphors, whatever, punchlines. That shit worked for a while, but it gets old, it gets repetitive. So I definitely took a step back and focused more on creating a good album instead of making 1 or 2 singles.